We're gonna do a review of this rooftop cargo bag, and this one's a little bit different than like a normal clamshell that goes on top of a car. It's like a canvas bag, so it can be really compact when it's in storage. We'll unzip it, and we'll pull it out. Everything in the bag is the actual rooftop canvas bag. This anti-slip mat, it's similar to what you would put like in the bottom of your kitchen drawer, and then these rooftop straps. So this has got some grip to it. Unfold this into place that I'll place it on the roof. I'm gonna unfold this on the grass, just really see how big it actually is. So this is the top of the bag right here, and that's where the straps are. So it seems like it fits. It's a pretty tight fit, and I mean this is a pretty small car, but that's a lot of room. We're just barely missing the antenna right there. Something I've never noticed about this car before is that there is a white arrow there and there that points right to this hole. And there's one on the rear door and one on the front door on both sides. And I'd imagine that's probably something related to mounting a roof rack. The exact same markings and hole are also in the front door. Now, this roof rack would definitely work on something like the roof of a Honda Pilot, which is much bigger, and there's roof racks. The idea that's in their illustration is that you pull down the rubber seal like this. There's a pinch weld right there, and it comes with these metal hooks that you can put right on that. You can kind of push this back into place, so you'll still have a little bit of a seal whenever you close the door, and then you have a really secure point to mount this onto if your car doesn't have a roof rack. It's the same design on this newer Subaru. This is a Subaru Legacy. You can pull down the door sealer, and then that hook could go right on the pinch weld there, and in this case, this car doesn't have roof racks, so if you needed to mount that onto the roof, you could do that. And then you've got an attachment to put the whole thing on top. And here, this is a 2011 Hyundai Sonata. It has the same thing where that has that pinch weld where you could mount the roof rack. Now, I'm not surprised that Audi Volkswagen does this differently. The door seal is different where it doesn't peel down and there's not like a pinch weld right here that you can go onto, like seems like most other cars. So I don't think this system would hook on there and fit. Take this over and try it on this Hyundai Sonata. You connect both of the straps to this metal hook attachment that goes on to the pinch weld. For a small car, there's certainly a lot of extra rope. So I'll go ahead and shorten these straps as much as I can, try to get that tight. But it also seems like this is gonna be dependent on how much stuff you have in here. So if you have a suitcase in here, you're gonna have to tighten these all down. And then if you were to take a piece out, something out of the suitcase, or take the suitcase out, the whole thing is gonna get smaller and you might need to readjust all the straps to get it tight again. That's tightened up now that I got the straps looser. Let's see if we can get the door seal to slide all the way back over it, at least so it looks decent, and hopefully would make a seal, especially if it was raining. So we'll see if the door will close. Yeah, that works. So I'm not sure what I think about having to readjust everything depending on how much stuff you have in here. So if you need to unload a few things, then you're gonna need to retighten all the straps. Maybe if they put the straps on the bottom, you know, it would just secure it down from the bottom and the top would move up and down depending on how much stuff you had in it. Securing it from the top limits how much stuff you can have in it from the top. Even if you had roof rack bars here, as far as I see it, whenever you would unload and load it, you'd need to readjust the straps. So you'd need to get up there, each one of these, and tighten them all down and make sure everything's tight down depending on how much stuff you have in it, or if you're gonna be taking things in or out and moving the car around. So overall, and my initial impression so far, is that I'm not too impressed with the design, but I guess we'll see how it works in a practical situation.